everybody, what is going on? Happy Thursday, it's almost Friday, we're almost there. How is everybody doing? I'm pulling up as always, my chat boxes right now so I can see you guys. Pardon the feedback here if there's feedback on that. There isn't. Hello everybody. Hello potential newbies. It's not like I have that many people watch my streams, but I do thank anybody that's here hanging out. We have quite a few things to discuss actually. Usually, like the title suggests, I call these comfy streams because it's just kind of a chill hangout where we do a Q&A and talk about current events. Usually those don't have to do with me, but for some reason, some god-awful reason, my first viral tweet was about David Hogg, and my most recent viral tweet was also about David Hogg. So unfortunately, we are going to talk about that tonight. We're going to talk about Tomi Lahren, I think that's how you say her name, and her advice video that she put out for boyish men, or boys, whatever the hell that means. So I'm just going to gather some stuff for my stream. If you're unfamiliar with my streams, this is kind of how it goes. It's nothing professional. Obviously, I'm in a Rush t-shirt. But we just kind of hang out. I just kind of grab and pull things and throw them on the screen as we go along, have a little chat. And that's pretty much it. So I will keep an eye on chats here. Let me pull that up really quick. Hello to everybody in Periscope. Hello to everybody over on YouTube. I see Fernando in the chat. I see we have somebody from Brazil in the YouTube chat. What's up? And I do look at both Periscope, which is Twitter, and YouTube. For those of you who are watching on Periscope, that's fine, but do know that there is a little bit of a delay in when I see your chats. So I'm not ignoring you in Periscope. It just might take a little bit for those to come up in my chat log so that I can see them and respond to them. Here we go. All right, so I have the chat up. Obviously you guys can hear me okay because I see you chatting. I figure somebody would have told me by now if you guys could not hear me. See. All right, good to see everybody. For those of you who are confused about the title, I called it the Talking Heads edition, referring to political talking heads that you kind of see on Twitter, which is they just kind of talk, and that's pretty much it about politics, which is what I consider Tomi and David. So that's what I mean by Talking Heads. That's why I'm calling this comfy stream the Talking Heads edition, because we are going to talk about the talking heads that I've come across, ridiculous things that they've said this past week. So we're going to go over that stuff. Like I said, I am looking in the, I'll look in the chat. For now, if you guys have any questions, if you're new here, I might have some new people. I gained like 1,000 followers for shit talking David Hogg, so cool, I guess. So if you're new here, feel free to ask any questions. We'll just run a Q&A at the beginning while I get set up really quick, and that's how we'll do it. Hello from Panama. Hello, what's up? We're all over tonight. I'm not really sure how time zones work. I try to do my Thursday streams around 7 or 8 o'clock. Sometimes we have people from the UK hang out that are, I don't know if you call them night owls or early morning people, because it's usually like 2 or 3 a.m. I think. Hey Hannah over on Periscope, what's up? Rolo on Periscope, not wearing a mask, reported. No, I do not wear a mask in my own house. I have told that that is advised, to which I say, fuck off. I'm not wearing a mask in my own house. I'm waiting for them to start using drones. So for those of you who don't know, I am terrified of Roombas. I'm not exaggerating. I don't like them. They creep me out. Just mop your own floor. It's really not that hard. That's like Roombas remind me of, if you've ever seen WALL-E, the Pixar movie, where all the people get so fat on the ship. Just mop your own floor. I don't understand. Why do you need a Roomba? And then I found out that there's grass Roombas that cut your grass for you. Just cut your own grass. It doesn't take that long. It's like an hour tops, front and backyard, unless you live on a couple acres, which I wish. But anyways, these drones, I'm just waiting for them to use drones to like peek in your backyard. And I think I read somewhere that some police department was actually monitoring whether people were having parties or not with this craziness going on with drones. Cass and YouTube chat, shoot drones down, no joke. Mario in the YouTube chat, so libertarianism is about live and let live. Mario, I know you're not new. Don't be doing that. Don't be saying that. I know it's kind of redundant, but I do think I generally need to make a video talking about what libertarianism is. I haven't made one because there's so many videos out there, but maybe I just need to make one from my perspective. But I hate saying, here's what I think libertarianism is, because it's just what it is. But I think I need to make it because I have followers who seem genuinely surprised that I'm not a live and let live type of libertarian. I also see people that, like, there's probably some people in the chat that don't even know what I'm talking about. It's kind of an inside joke because Mario's followed me for a really long time, but drives me nuts. I'm sure I have a lot of new conservative followers who think I'm a live and let live libertarian hippie stuff, and you're in the wrong place, which you'll find out very quickly. I tweeted out not to ask women for relationship advice, and very quickly my conservative followers rushed to my imaginary defense. Like, when I tweet things like that, I don't want you to tell me, no, I love your... No, that's not why I say that kind of stuff. I'm just trying to help you out. But I guess, well, if I tweet and give you advice... then by that logic, I guess you shouldn't follow my advice. But it's just a fact, if you ask me. I wasn't trying to give advice. But anyways, I had all these conservative guys who probably followed me from Ben Shapiro, God love them, who were responding to me. Same people that were responding to me about Tommy. Basically saying, well, men are trash. Like, what are you, a eunuch? You're not even going to defend yourself like that? You're just going to agree? Really? I'm going to get off track here. Okay, let me get my screenshots together. Roll on Periscope. It won't be a drone. They'll just send Antifa to your front door. Wouldn't be the first time. No, I haven't had Antifa show up, but Antifa has doxed me, so I'm prepared. Unfortunately, I have to be. Scott on YouTube said Australia is going door to door to check if you're in your home. What? Oh my goodness. Edgar, what's up in the YouTube chat? You've caught the replays. This is your first time live. Welcome. We'll get into the Tommy stuff soon. I know you're here to hear my takes about Tommy's video, even though I pretty much said all I needed to say, but... Someone said they like my background on Periscope. Thanks. It's just a really thrown together vaporwave style thing, but... Tyler on YouTube, what are your thoughts on the new footage of George Floyd? I haven't watched it. I don't want to say I've been staying away from current events because I do keep up on current events, but I haven't watched the George Floyd stuff because I'm just so over it at this point. So I haven't watched it, so I won't give my opinion on it. Timpy on YouTube, hey Mac, teensy bit off topic. No, this is a Q&A right now while I get stuff together. So if you guys have off topic stuff, now is the time to ask that kind of stuff. If you want to know about anything else besides David Hogg and Tommy, that's pretty much what we're going to talk about tonight. So, Anyways, Tim P asked, when are you going to play Animal Crossing? I don't know if I'll do an Animal Crossing stream again. My town looks terrible. I dug up all my roads and stuff. And I'm doing a lot of construction. And that's kind of lame to watch somebody do construction, I think. So I kind of need to be in the zone and not streaming when I'm constructing in my town. So I don't know. Maybe I'll do one towards the end of this month, an Animal Crossing stream, because you guys seem to like that. H Reardon on YouTube. Dave Smith and Michael Mouse talked about Triple H recently. I have seen clips of Dave and Malice talking about Hoppa, and that's cool. I know Dave's read him, so that doesn't surprise me at all. And I agreed with Dave's assessment of why people don't look into him. For sure. I think I responded to a clip on Twitter from that. I haven't watched that full episode yet with Michael and Dave, but I did see a clip from it. Victor Marchetti on YouTube. What do you think about borders? Should it be open? I am not an open borders libertarian. I'm for privatizing everything. So. Mario on YouTube. Eric July's video about an introduction to libertarianism is one of the best. Yeah, see, Eric's video, I can't just like upload Eric's video to my channel, but I do point people to that a lot because Eric and I are pretty aligned on what libertarianism is, and he's definitely one of the people that influenced me when I was first getting into libertarianism. So our views of libertarianism, I don't want to say they're the same, but they're very, very similar. Cass said, I got something special for when the commies come up the driveway on YouTube. AK12 in the YouTube chat. Hey, what's up? Australia be whack sometimes. Yeah. Someone on YouTube said, who's Antifa? Is that a Gundam character? Yeah, I wish. DCU scene on Periscope said, sick rush shirt. Thanks. Thank you. Unfortunately, it's not a real moving pictures tour shirt. I wish it was. It just looks old because I got it from a thrift store. But it's not an actual tour shirt. I wish it was. But actual tour shirts, because people like to be edgy that don't listen to the music and they just collect the t-shirts, are like $400. So I'm not spending money on that, but RC Scott on YouTube said, oh, by the way, RC, did you say that somebody said you said that you have serious stuff to do tomorrow and you're been stressing over it. Any prayers or good vibes would be met with gratitude. I will pray for you, for sure. Hope everything's good. Hopefully everything's good, man. I thank you for always coming to my streams. I appreciate it. And he asked, did you hear about California cutting off the water and electricity to people who hold unauthorized gatherings? I did, and I know you're not active on Twitter. I did hear about it. I did tweet about it today, and I said they have no desire to save you. Now, somebody did respond to my tweet about California potentially cutting off water and electricity to people that hold unauthorized gatherings, and they said that really they've been having a lot of water shortages or whatever, where they like ration out water and stuff like that. And I imagine with people being locked in their homes, people are using a lot more water, and California has struggled with that in the past. I have a few friends out there that have had to deal with that. And someone was speculating that they're going to say that that's the reason, but they're just using that to scare people into rationing water because they're worried that people are using too much or something. I don't know if that's true, but it's tyrannical. I mean, and I'm not saying that to be dramatic. It's quite literally tyranny to do that. So I did see that. It's horrible. Babylon on Periscope said the Floyd video won't change anyone's mind on social media. The country isn't as divided in real life. Agree, disagree. I do think that social media is a lot crazier and incentivizes not only radical opinions, but infighting as well as fighting between groups. I definitely think it's exaggerated on social media. I do think the country's very, very divided right now, And obviously there's still riots going on, so you can't really say it's only social media, but again, those riots are only in a couple locations, mostly. So I'm not sure you could say it's not as divided. I think we're more divided right now than we've been in a long time, but in my opinion, that's not necessarily a bad thing. When it becomes a bad thing is when we're not allowed to divide. In my opinion, the country should be allowed to be divided into very, very tiny communities. That would be ideal, but I get what you're saying. I'm just being a, you know. Let's see. Timpy said, have you seen the Dune movie by David Lynch? There's going to be another Dune movie. I have not seen the Dune movie. I only just read Dune this past year for the first time. And now I own it because I forgot to return my library book and I just had to buy the library book. So I own Dune now. Just the original. 1965, I think, is when the book came out. So I do own it. I do enjoy it a lot. I haven't seen the movie, though. RC Scott said, I'm done fighting over politics. Let's divide over peanut and regular M&Ms. I don't like peanut M&Ms. My husband loves peanut M&Ms. Get peanuts out of my chocolate. It's chocolate. And I get, don't get me wrong, I get the salt and sweet thing. I get why people like peanut M&Ms. And I like peanut butter a lot. But I don't really like peanuts that much. So I don't like peanut M&Ms. I get why people like them. Like, I'm not one of those people that's like, if you like peanut M&Ms, you're a weirdo. I get it. It's the salty-sweet combination, but I don't like it. I didn't steal the library book. I just rented it in August, got married in October, or I rented it in August. We moved at the end of August, beginning of September. Then I got married in October. Then we went to Japan for a honeymoon, and I forgot about the book. So I just had it. I went to the library and I gave them money for it. So I did not steal it. I did give them money. It is mine now. I owed them like $35. I should have just bought Dune at that point. I could have probably bought a nice hardback for like $20, but I ended up having to pay the local library like $25 or $35, somewhere in between $25 and $35, I think, was my late fee, which in the grand scheme of things isn't that much for keeping it for like 3 or 4 months, but embarrassing. Okay, let me find my tweet here really quick. I didn't steal from the taxpayers. I gave them money. I gave them money for the book. Martin on Periscope, what about the peanut butter M&Ms? Oh, somebody was asked saying that they were tired of fighting over politics and that we should fight over peanut butter M&Ms. That's why I was talking about peanut butter M&Ms. Anybody that's joining is like, what? I thought we were going to talk about Tommy. We're talking about peanut butter M&Ms. I could make several jokes, but I won't. Oh, wait. Sorry, I got to screenshot all this business. And then what? Whoa, 2.2K. I didn't know that tweet got that much. Okay. Oh, so an interesting event happened. So Ben Shapiro retweeted me, retweeted my David Hogg tweet. Then, today, I didn't know, someone sent it to me, because I don't follow him. Richard Spencer shared my Tomi Lahren, or Loren, however you say her name, video. And so now Ben Shapiro and Richard Spencer have shared my tweets in the same week. And I have a feeling if either of them knew about it, they would not be happy. It's just such a funny coincidence. I mean, personally, I think Richard Spencer is a federal agent, so, you know, I'm not too happy that he shared my tweets. And PJW, Paul Joseph Watson, quote tweeted me too. Is it Laren? Tomi Lahren? I'll say Laren. Yeah, Richard Spencer's a Fed. I'm waiting for the Fakertarian post now that Richard Spencer used my video. Because, like it says, you can see in the tweet, he shared Mac. It's my video. Like, he shared it to his Twitter. Someone said, Yashir stole your video? Question mark. I don't know. I have Yashir blocked because I heard that he doxed someone. And I block anybody that doxes people. So, I don't know if that's true, but I heard it. So, I have him blocked. So, I don't know if he shared my thing or not. Or took it, or I don't know. So let's talk about Tommy first, because I know Ed's still listening. I saw that he's driving, so he's going lurk mode. So we will talk about Tommy first. So let me pull that up real quick. Oh no. He took my video? Well, I mean, it's not really my video. All I did was screen record what she said. It's her public video, so oh well. I think I just deleted my background, which sucks. Anybody that's new here, probably unaware thus far, I'm a boomer when it comes to technology. Let's see. Perfect. Sorry, I deleted my background here. So I'm messing with that right now. We'll get to Tommy in just a second. There we go. All right. Let me move myself over here and add this Tommy photo, and we are good. Someone said Tommy Ann Conway. Like Kellyanne? Yeah. I haven't heard Kellyanne's name in a while. I haven't really been following mainstream politics super closely, though, so it's possible I'm just missing it. Someone said, ever since I saw Tommy pre-plastic surgery, I can't look at her without seeing Kellyanne Conway. Yeah, somebody showed me a photo today. I guess she's had plastic surgery. I don't know. Okay, I'm throwing this on the screen. Let me know if you guys can see that, and then we will get into it. So, for those of you who may be unaware, Tomi Lahren, I guess that's how I'll say her name, put out a PSA for boyish men. So, obviously, I know it's going to be a dumpster fire, so I click it right away. I'm like, I gotta see this. Apparently, Tommy wanted to put out a PSA for boyish men. And by PSA for boyish men, I mean she essentially uploaded a 15-minute dating profile on how to date Tomi Lahren on her official Facebook page. Clearly just like filmed on her iPhone, and no shade. I mean, look at the quality of my video right now. But that's hilarious to me. People kept FaceTiming her during her 15-minute rant she was going on about men. And I will be sure to update the description of the YouTube video. For those of you that don't know, my live streams are always directly afterwards uploaded, nothing edited or anything like that, to my YouTube channel. I will update the description of my YouTube channel with her actual video. I'm assuming it's still up, but I did post a clip of it on my Twitter because I had to make my comments on it. You guys follow me, you know I gotta get my 2 cents in on this. So she basically says that there's a couple problems with men today, and that her and all of her intelligent, beautiful friends and herself who are successful and have great jobs, because apparently that is the only indicator of success for women, nothing else, not being pleasant or having a great personality or bringing anything to the table besides money, because like guys can do that too. I guess that's the marker of success for women now. I don't know. So she made a 15-minute video and she had a list. She held up her pad of paper, which I have now, of course, made into a meme template. Never hold up pieces of paper on the internet, people. Rule number 1. And went over all of the issues that guys or boys that are pussified, her words, not mine, can fix to date her or her friends. Now, I'm just going to give my honest opinion. This is 15 minutes. I watched the whole thing. This is 15 minutes of the most entitled bullshit I have ever seen in my life. We all know that meme of a girl who, thinks her shit doesn't stink and can be a little uppity and whatever. And I know that Tommy has had a lot of criticism, obviously, because she's conservative. We'll get to that later. But I always, tried to look into things and give her a fair chance. I am not exaggerating. This is the most entitled shit I have ever seen. I have never seen someone come off so nasty and entitled on the internet in a long time. Did you guys ever see that clip that went around a few months back of the female Twitch streamer being annoyed that people weren't subbing to her and saying, if you can watch 10 minutes of my stream, you can afford to pay me for watching my stream. I'm providing you entertainment. That's the vibes that this Tommy video gave me. Same energy. Same energy there. I always tell people, this is advice that my mom gave me since I was a kid, which is, you wait. When you're angry about something, you never talk about it immediately, either with the person that you're mad at. You need to cool down, get your wits about you, never go into a conversation pissed off. I do that with streaming. If I'm really mad about something, I don't stream about it right away because I know I'm probably going to say some things that I'm going to regret later. I don't want them to be, public. Same with people if I'm upset with somebody. I say, let's chill, let's cool off. Now, I also don't go to bed angry. You need to solve it. But don't talk to that person right away if you know you're heated. It's emotional. It's stupid. Don't make that mistake. Tommy clearly was never taught that, because you can tell in this 15-minute advice video, she is pissed. And I found out after I saw this video and tweeted this out that she had parted ways with her fiance in February per an article that was released in April by the Daily Mail. So I understand, and apparently they dated for 2 years or been engaged for 2 years, I guess, and he had bought her a $50,000 engagement ring that he put on an American Express card. Whew. So there's that. And I can imagine she'd be a little salty about that. And I've had people speculate about my personal life, so I'm not going to speculate about hers. I did make a meme about her and her fiance parting ways because she called men trash, and it's clear she's just very angry at one man in particular. And it seems to be her ex. And I don't know what went on. I don't know if that's justified, but maybe don't then generalize to a bunch of other people and say that they're all trash. There's this saying that I'm sure you guys know that goes around: if everybody around you is a bad person and you think everyone around you is trash and you just keep attracting trash, eventually, maybe when it's too late, you will realize that maybe you should change something about yourself. Whew. So the funniest, I posted out the clip and I said, in case you naively thought that your precious conservative, in quotes, women were immune to feminism, Tomi Lahren put out a 15-minute PSA for boyish men, and spoiler alert, it's your fault, guys. Now, Tomi says in the video, men are trash. And she says, my mom said that maybe the men are just trash in Texas, but no. Men in Dallas, men in Nashville, men in whatever, they're all trash. And then she says something like, now I'm not a feminist, blah, blah, blah. Okay, here's the problem. You can say you're not a feminist all you want, but you also say you're a conservative and you went on a talk show fully supporting abortion. So no offense, your words mean nothing to me. You gotta show me. That's all I'm saying. And what she shows in the video is not anti-feminist. It is the most entitled, the most, I don't need no man. Towards the end of the video, she's like, I'll never chase any man, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, you said you're not feminist, but you're hitting all the tropes of lonely cat women here, and I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm not here to make fun of her. Like, I wish the best for everybody, but she deserves flack for this one, because this is like the bitchiest. One of her points for men was don't be a bitch. Girl, if you don't want him to be a bitch, you gotta not be one either. Like, I don't, that's how that works. You can't say that and then expect people to not think that. I also thought something really funny that she talked about in the video is, of course, women love to say this. And it's so funny to me because women love to bring up communication. Communicationness. If you just communicate with me, How many of you have a mom or a sister or maybe like a female friend or like somebody's wife that you know that will just, instead of saying what they want, they'll just drop hints and they'll just be like, I don't know why he isn't getting it. That's communication to women. And she wants communication from men. The other ironic thing is, she spends 15 minutes telling men essentially how to date her and that she wants communication. Not once does she list what she wants in a man. She says, I want you to communicate and to not be a bitch and to make plans and to be single and not be messing around with other people while you talk to me. Not once does Tomi say, I want a man to be successful or have a good job or be tall or be handsome in this way. This is what I like a man to look like. She doesn't give any indicators of what she actually wants in a man. And then she lists one of the things that men need to improve on as communication, when in 15 minutes she couldn't communicate what she actually wanted in a partner. But she wants you to think that you are the problem and you need to communicate. This is the most feminist bullshit, some self-help, Instagram, just girly things ass shit I have ever heard in my life. And like I said, I'll put it in the description for anybody that's watching this back. This is not just something that's exclusive to Tommy, though. I know it's fun to dunk on Tommy. You know, she's like the OG conservative blonde talking head for the right? She's like the first OG blonde famous person that's conservative supposedly on Twitter, and so everybody likes to dunk on her. This is not exclusive just to Tommy in conservative female circles. There are plenty, and I've talked about this. I've talked about this many times. My personal way to tell if someone's actually feminist or not is how much they shit talk men. Now, I will like quote tweet guys and poke fun at things that they're saying. I try really, really hard to not shit talk men. As in like saying things like, oh, guys that like, this is a trope that you guys see a lot on, especially on Twitter. Oh, guys that like guns just have tiny dicks. You'll see that all the time. Stuff like that. Or, one of my personal favorites, because I've been called an incel, don't ask me how, is, I see conservative and libertarian women too. I'm not just dunking on conservative women. This is just like women in general. Like, I see this on Twitter from people that say they're anti-feminist, but then the moment some troll account comes into their mentions, they immediately go to, oh, you're just an incel. Oh, you just can't get laid. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Even though they said that they're not feminists, they're using the same shaming tactics that feminists use and shit-talking men constantly. Just like Tommy uploaded this 15-minute video basically telling men to man up and the United States is so pussified. And I got beef with you guys too. This isn't just me dunking on Tommy. I had so many people, by people I mean guys, respond to me when I said Tommy says men are trash. And saying, well, men are trash. What's wrong with her saying men are trash? A lot of men are trash, blah, blah, blah. If you're a man and a woman says men are trash and you need to respond and go, well, she's right, delete your account. Delete your account. I would say something else, but I can't. Delete your Twitter account, delete your Facebook account. Don't respond to me. Don't even bother saying it. You're basically a eunuch, bro. Like, like, the type of guy that it takes to hear a woman bashing men because she says in the clip that I posted, it's not just men in Texas. It's men here, here, here. It's men all over. Men need to man up. Men are so pussified. If you see that and your immediate response is to just be like, well, she's right, you know, blah, 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 blah. What is wrong with you? You are so fucking brainwashed into hating yourself. And I'm a woman. Like, people were responding to me. Like, it's clear that I was making fun of Tommy for saying men are trash. And these guys still felt like they couldn't be honest and just be like, yeah, this is kind of absurd. Like, there's plenty of good guys out there. Why is she saying this? She sounds feminist. You're going to simp for her instead? Really? Okay. I didn't even know Tommy still had simps. I was sharing this post with a friend, and a friend was like, who the hell is that? People didn't even know who she was. I don't know. It just, anytime I see something like this, especially, I know I just made fun of her simps, but I'm sure there are genuinely guys who really, I don't want to say looked up to Tommy, but they see a woman like Tommy and they're like, oh, she's a conservative woman, blah, 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 blah. I wish I could find someone like her. And then she sits for 15 minutes and calls men trash. Imagine that dude's thought process watching this. Now, yeah, he's one of her simps, so he's probably one of those guys that's like, oh, well, maybe I am trash. Maybe I just need to do better, blah, 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 blah. It's just ridiculous. And this egalitarian bullshit is so infested in our culture that I hate it. I hate it so much. Even conservative and libertarian women do this too. It's so ingrained that you don't even realize that you're doing it. And it's so funny. So Edgar in YouTube chat just said, Lauren is going off that I don't need no man trope, but she's priced herself out of the market. But you know that in a year she'll be married to some Uber Chad with a bunch of money. Oh, Edward, don't worry. Tommy said in her video that she doesn't even care about money, even though the fiance that she parted ways with bought her a $50,000 engagement ring. So I think her definition of money and normal people's definition of not having money might be a little different, or she's just lying. Another thing that I thought was hilarious, because of course, it can't just be men are trash. It has to be, and any woman talking to these men, they're not valuable either. I tweeted this out. If you have to say you're a woman of value, you're not a woman of value. It's how it goes for men too most of the time. That's just how it works. Nobody worth a shit needs to say, hey, look at me, I'm awesome. They just know it. They don't need to say it. Actions speak louder than words. It's a trope, but it's a trope for a reason. And Tommy, in the video, along with complaining about men, is complaining that all these men are dating younger women who don't have anything going for them. Honey, they're not dating women that don't have anything going for them. They're dating women that are younger and hotter than you are. I've had this conversation with my husband many times, and it's so funny to me. Every time I make a post, I made one today, saying, guys, it's okay. I know all of you don't follow me because you think I'm super smart. And that's fine. I acknowledge that. It is way easier for me to gain a following on social media because of the parts I was born with. Hopefully that doesn't trigger anybody. It's easier for me to get a following because I'm a woman. Anybody that denies that and says, no, all my followers just follow me for my brain, they're lying to themselves or just to you, just flat out. They know. She's complaining about these younger women who have nothing going for them. If my husband looked at me, and I've talked about this with him before, and we always laugh about it. Because every time I tweet out a thread talking about it's okay, like I understand that I have more followers on social media because I'm a woman and because people know what I look like. I always get these people responding like, I just like you because you're intelligent, blah, 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 blah. And I'm not saying that nobody thinks that, but I'm saying that you don't need to tell me that. I'm self-aware, it's fine. But my husband, I was talking to my husband about it, and I said, you know, if I looked at you and I asked you, what is the most attractive thing about me? And you said, your brain, honey. I just love your brain. I would be insulted. like, if my husband looked at me, the day that my husband looks at me and says, honey, it's okay. I just love you for your brain. You're just so smart. That's just my favorite thing about you. That's the day I know I hit the fucking wall. Something's up. I've gained weight. I got uglier. Something's up. I got like a unibrow going on. I need to pluck my brows. Something's going on. If my husband says his favorite thing about, or maybe there's body snatchers. Maybe my husband's been replaced by a decoy. Something's up if he says his favorite thing about me is my brain. I'm not saying that he doesn't think I'm smart. We have conversations like this all the time without us getting triggered. I appreciate his conversation. We have conversations like this all the time. It's great. We can be honest with each other. It's awesome. But if he ever looks at me and says that he doesn't like me because I'm hot, I'm going to be triggered. I'm going to be pissed off. I might pretend I'm not pissed off, but I'll be pissed off because that's not what I want someone to find attractive. I want to be attractive to my husband. So for Tommy to sit there and tell me, oh, those girls have nothing going for them. Guys, they're just younger bimbos and they don't have good jobs at Fox or whatever like I do, and they're not on TV. They need to be successful some other way, blah, 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 is a big fat cope. Tommy knows damn well those guys are interested in those younger girls because they're hotter than her. I'm not saying Tommy's not attractive. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that. I don't personally like blondes. I don't think they're attractive. But I'm also not a dude and I'm not gay. So I don't really know what's attractive to people anymore. But she's a very, hometown, blonde, tan looking, Fox News contributing looking girl. So a lot of people would find that conventionally attractive. Even, I think she's 27. I think she's turning 28. She looks great. She wears a ton of makeup, so I don't know what she looks like without that. But, she looks great for her age. I think she'll probably look good well into her 30s. Good for her. That's awesome. She obviously takes care of herself. She's thin. So, good for her. But when you have an attitude like the video that I watched of 15 minutes bitching at men, I can only imagine what she's like in a relationship when the guy does something wrong. Oh my God, it'd be like dating your mom. Why didn't you communicate with me effectively on this? What are you my counselor? Are you my mom? Are you a cop? Listen, I do know that there is a level of hotness that a lot of guys, they'll just put up with that shit. But 28 is not it. Maybe when she was like that at 22, they would have put up with it, but they're not putting up with it now. Good King Tom on YouTube said, if you're a female in your 20s, dress up nice and aren't a whale, guys will like you. If you are so the average female in her 20s, this is a real government data statistic. The average female in the United States in her 20s is 5'3", between 5'3" and 5'4", and between 160, 170 pounds. All you have to do to be in the top percentile of any kind of cube for most dudes is to just not be fat. And they can't do it. RC Scott said, I like a little meat. I don't want to break her in half. RC, 5'3", 170 ain't a little meat. The 30 pounds I gained in 2 years was a little meat. 70, 60 pounds ain't a little meat. I know y'all getting desperate out here, and if she's nice and a little chubby, you'll do it. But that ain't a little meat. Sorry, I'm 5'3". 70, well, it'd be like 50 pounds, I'm being generous, on my body right now. You know how fat my face would be if I gained 50 fucking pounds? That's all you have to do, to be attractive to most dudes. And like someone talked about, a lot of guys aren't even picky. You can even be a little chubby. You can be a little chubby, as long as you're not fat and you have a decent personality and you're not a total bitch. Guys will, you take care of yourself. A lot of guys, especially in today's market, when guys are so desperate, they'll take you. I'm not advising that, holy shit, because I get some emails from y'all about your female problems, and I keep telling you not to ask me for advice, but you email me anyway. Stop it, get some help. I can point you in the direction of men you should probably be asking about your problems if you'd like, because it's not me. But, oh my God, I'm talking about these women. They're like, oh, he's dating someone younger. Well, yeah. Maybe the younger girl's nice. There's a reason they say feminism is for old or ugly or both women. This is why. Nicholas in the YouTube chat. I did not mean to make this a rant about fat people, but I really didn't. All right, that's pretty much all I have to say about Tommy. Okay, let me look at the... You guys are just laughing in the chat. Martin on Periscope said, that's almost what I weigh, and I'm 6'3". Yeah. Bert, Tommy Laren is my babysitter. Please be nice. Shut up, Bert. I can never say your name, dude. Zingyingly? Is that how you say it? And YouTube, you're in my chat all the time on YouTube. I just can't say your name, your username. It's harder for men to look more physically attractive. Women only need to eat less. That's what I'm saying. Women are over here like, he has to be above 6 feet. He has to have a six-pack. He has to drive a nice car. All you have to do as a woman is not be a giant bitch and weigh like less than 140 pounds. That's it. Most people will talk to you. You'll be able to you'll find somebody. They'll be swiping desperately across your Tinder profile. That's it. It's not complicated. Instead, you're gonna plow your way through your 20s and then sit on Facebook and make a 15-minute video about how no one likes you and how it's all men's fault. Okay, well, obviously someone liked you because you had a fiance for 2 years. I don't know what happened there. Like I said, some serious business could have gone down. I'm not going to speculate about it. But don't tell me nobody liked you. And they met in Twitter DMs. Her former fiance and her met in Twitter DMs. Why are you meeting people in Twitter DMs? What are you doing? Why are you like this? Why are you like this? That's a terrible idea. I can't find any men of value. Men are trash. Oh, really? Well, where are you talking to these men? In Twitter DMs? Okay. Idiot. I was going to say something else. But I don't think I can say that word on Twitter. Or on YouTube. I just like, what do you expect? It's also tiresome. If you used to be into older women, you have probably mommy issues. I used to say the same thing about younger women that are into older men, but I have done some meditation on it. I have done some research into intersexual dynamics, and I think that the reason, I'm not saying that no young women who date older men have daddy issues, because a lot of women have daddy issues. Let's just get that out there, as we all know. But there is a reason that older men, and I'm talking like even like late 20s, early 30s, older men dating younger women has been demonized, and it's not because those girls have daddy issues, and it's not because their brains are moldable like Play-Doh. But I'm going to get conspiratorial if we go any further, so I'm not going to say anything else. Fernando on YouTube chat, men actually email you with their dating problems. Yeah, it's embarrassing, I know. I tweet constantly not to ask women for advice, and I guess people just, they don't get it. And Gabriel Mac got it. I'm not reading that. That's funny. Austin Jensen and YouTube, what are anime titties? Let me show you. Should we, is this an anime titty stream now? Let's go to my super secret I have to be careful what I show here, probably. We can find a non-lewd one. We're gonna show people what anime titties are. Vincent YouTube said, running a little behind, but I'm rolling 70 pounds is not a little meat. I'm sorry, 70 pounds is not a little meat. It's not a little meat. My husband's lost 70 pounds in 5 months. It's not a little meat. He looks like a different human. No, I'm showing you anime titties. It's fine. You asked, Austin, you asked for the anime titties. I'm going to show you the anime titties. Not that one, though. Oof. We got to find, like, non-lewd ones. Spartacus and Sam says, go further. You guys want me to go further? Okay, fine. I will. Say no more. It's so funny, like, what I have on my screen right now. Okay, I'm just trying to find, it's really hard to find, like, non-lewd anime titties. Here we go. This is perfect. Let's get some Mama Springfield here. The reason why it's demonized, older men dating younger women, is because fertility rates are going down, and there are people that want fertility rates to go down. And the easiest way to ensure fertility rates and childbirthing rates go down is to make sure that women are attempting to have children older and older and older. That's why it's demonized. And that's why it's not as demonized when young men date older women. Because who cares? Like, those older women likely probably can't have kids anymore anyways. And nobody cares about men in that context. But, oh, a young woman is, like, dating this successful man in his 30s. And by the way, I have literally seen, I wish I could find the tweet. I saw a tweet the other day saying that a 29-year-old man dating a 24-year-old woman, the dude was a pedo. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, that's the level of insanity that we're at. It's the level of insanity. It's like, if you don't think it's about fertility rates, you're stupid. That's exactly what this is about. If you want an Alex Jones style video on it, I will make one, but it will probably get taken off YouTube. So okay, here we go. So that's what I was saying. Like, I wasn't gonna say, but like, whatever, who cares? That's what it is. All right, I present anime titty. This is quality anime titty right here. This is Mama Springfield from Girls Frontline. This is anime titty. And someday Dave Rubin and I are gonna sit down and talk about anime titties. Did you guys see that edit? I gotta pull it up because I know RC didn't see it. Where are her organs? What are you talking about? They're stored in the boob. Everybody knows that. I don't have any organs because I don't, you know, I'm not equipped. But Springfield's got a lot of organs, as you can see. You cannot simp for fictional characters. This is the Mona Lisa. You cannot simp for it. Unless you're Kira from JoJo, in which case, stop looking at the Mona Lisa, please. God. Where's my edit? I made an edit, which like some people thought was real, which is hilarious, which Dave will never see because he takes a Twitter break. Oh, did this girl block me? Oh, she deleted her tweet. Oh, that's sad. I just saw somebody that Where's my... Here it is. I'm just going to pull this up for anybody that didn't see it, because there's probably people real confused right now. They're like, what are you talking about? Why are you guys face palming? Imagine being a new follower of mine right now and they're just being anime titty on the screen. So funny. They are so confused right now. I made this meme. Hang on, I'm a boomer. There we go. I made this meme. Ta-da! I'm gonna go on Dave Rubin, and we're gonna talk about anime titties, and I see nothing wrong with it. I don't understand. This is peak. This is what life's about, isn't it? I don't know. I made this, and people were tagging Dave and saying, "Oh, you have to get her on. This would be so funny." He's not gonna see it. He takes a Twitter break every August. For those that don't know, he takes a month-long hiatus, so he will never see that meme. But people did think it was funny, and I'm glad you guys enjoyed it over on Twitter. Martin on Periscope. What are you talking about? Anarcho-capitalism and anime titties. What's not to like? I mean, I think it's fine, but some people are kind of horrified. 8K12 said, I mean, that's pretty much why I followed. Well, I mean, good. I'm glad that there's a market for it. I'm glad we all enjoy that. Martin on Periscope. If I were just tuning in for the first time, that would be an instant follow. Well, I mean, maybe it's true. Oh, I'll show Fernando's meme too, because it's pretty funny. Now this I know would never happen. I'm even so embarrassed. And Tom follows me, and oh my god, I hope he didn't see it. I'm so embarrassed. But this is pretty funny too. Let me pull this up real quick. So Fernando saw my my Dave Rubin meme, and he decided that he was gonna make his own meme of a show that I will never be invited on because of this meme. Thank you, Fernando. This is Fernando's meme. This will never, ever happen. I'm so embarrassed. I actually have a funny story. So I did meet Tom Woods at Mises University in 2018 when I went. And one of the first things he said to me was, he looked at me and he kind of tilted his head, real funny, and I introduced myself. I'm Mackenzie, and great to meet you, fan of your podcast, whatever. And he looks at me and goes, oh yeah, I follow you on Twitter. You look really different without pink hair. I have never been so embarrassed in my entire life. I am positive that my face was as red as the YouTube icon on your phone. I was very embarrassed because at the time, my profile picture was my Zero Two cosplay, which is also a skin tight bodysuit. And it was like the first time I'd ever met someone and they were like, oh, you look really different without your wigs on. And I was so embarrassed because it's Tom Woods. Tom Woods just told me I look different without pink hair. I was so embarrassed. Because, you know, for those of you who don't know, like, Tom's definitely more traditional, like, Catholic influences as far as libertarianism goes. And I forget that Tom Woods follows me on Twitter and probably sees my cosplay sometimes. And he's probably like, what is this? But God love him, he follows me anyway. Ugh. I was so embarrassed. But that is that's a funny meme. So I figured I'd show that. Irby says, I love Zero Two, never seen that cosplay. You didn't watch my cosplay video then. I'm just kidding. I'll pull up a picture. If I can find one. Desktop. Fernando said, I think he's a little less trad now. Oh, what makes you say that? I mean, I know Tom's into metal and stuff, so that's pretty cool. Here's my 02 cosplay. For those who haven't seen that. Zenzu on Periscope, I like your electric guitar. Thank you. They're not mine, they're my husband's. There are 4 back there. And that's just the guitars. Fernando said he talked about it in his latest interview with Pete Quinones, how he's more open. Yeah, I can see that. Spartacus on YouTube must be new, because Spartacus on YouTube chat is asking me, I know that you like 80s rock. How do you feel about synth? My favorite band is Styx. So that should answer your question. I love synth. I live for the synth. Did you hear my intro? I live for the synth. Spartacus said, yeah, I'm new on YouTube. Cool. Welcome to the YouTube channel. We've interacted on Twitter. Oh, cool, cool. Yeah, I even though I stream on Twitter and on YouTube, people are a lot of people are like, you have a YouTube channel? And I'm like, yeah, I know, crazy, right? Even though it's linked in my pinned tweet. Leo Sauer is on YouTube 02, a new one to watch. No! Don't watch Darling in the Franxx. It's trash. I'm pissed. I love 02 as a character. Her character design's great. Her character was interesting to me. The anime sucked. I was so mad. I usually don't cosplay a character before the anime ends. I cosplayed 02 right at the beginning of the anime, and then I watched the rest of the anime, and I was pissed because I have this cosplay that I really love, but I don't actually like the anime, which sucks because I usually try to cosplay characters that I genuinely like whatever the character is from as a general rule. But yeah, it was bad. It was bad, dude. Gabriel need to chat. Simp for synth. Yeah, I'm a simp for synth. Whew, say that 5 times fast. That's hard. I'm putting that on a t-shirt. Simp for synth. That's me. Sorry, Leo. I don't mean to freak you out there, but no, please don't watch it. Because then you might watch it and then you might like it, and then we are not going to be able to ever speak again. It was bad. It was fine until like halfway through, and then they just started focusing on characters no one cared about, and then the ending was just horrible. 02 is a cool character, but ugh. Space Pirate Bug on Periscope. Have you watched Kids in Niver? No, I haven't. People keep telling me to watch it. I haven't seen it. Yingli on YouTube. Speaking of which, shouldn't have named your kids Khaleesi. Oh yeah, imagine naming your child that. First of all, why? Ugh. RC Scott, is Trigun worth watching? I haven't watched Trigun. Everyone I know that's watched Trigun loves Trigun. So yes, I would say yes. Not on my recommendation, but other people that I know who watched it really enjoy it. And I think, judging by your taste, you would probably like it too so far. All right, well, I guess we're going to talk about David Hogg now. Good Lord. Someone immediately said, ew, David Hogg. Yeah, I know. Glowing eyes activated. Triggered. What's that triggered? Imagine being triggered by David Hogg. I just think it's funny to dunk on him. I'm not like unironically triggered. It's all memes. It's all memes. Alright, David Hogg. So, David Hogg tweeted out March 25th of 2020. And he said, TikTok is a national security threat that should only be used to call out the Chinese government who controls it for their atrocities and human rights abuses. Seriously, y'all memes and jokes are fun, but downloading the spyware of an authoritarian regime is not. And when I saw this tweet in March, I remember seeing it, and I remember thinking, you know what? I have a little bit more respect for David Hogg after that. Like, he's calling out that government. Okay, cool. I mean, all the policies he supports would lead to an authoritarian regime like that, but okay, whatever. I'll give him a couple points. And then, August 1st, when was that? Saturday, he tweeted out, imagine being so scared teenagers are going to vote you out, you ban one of their top platforms for communication. And I was real confused. Because, one, what does he mean teenagers? Like, okay, not all teenagers can vote, first of all. So it was just a weird attempt to dunk on Trump. So I just tweeted out and I said before and after Trump mentioned TikTok, because in between those tweets, Donald Trump mentioned that he was going to ban TikTok from the United States, basically. Which I don't support, obviously, but I do hate TikTok, so, and I don't have one and never will, so I did think it was hilarious. And a bunch of people responded to me defending David Hogg, saying those aren't conflicting opinions. He can think that Trump is scared of TikTok and think that TikTok is bad. And sure, but there's one problem with that. David Hogg himself supports banning something far more important than TikTok. We all know what that is. He completely supports the government having the kind of power to where they can ban things like that. So for then for him to turn around and complain or try to poke fun at Trump for threatening to ban that, well, it's the power that you want the president to have. But you're gonna dunk on him for it? It's just so nonsensical. That part of it does not make sense. I had so many people responding being like, these two sentences aren't contradictory. Maybe not if someone besides David Hogg said it, but for David Hogg, Mr. Ban all you know what, because citizens shouldn't have them, yeah, it's very hypocritical for him to then turn around and make fun of Trump and insinuate that, oh, blah, blah, blah. Well, I didn't know this, but he apparently put out a clarifying tweet, and he said, to the conservatives that keep posting the screenshots of me seemingly going back and forth on TikTok, let me clarify. First of all, bitch, I'm not a conservative. You got that? Second of all, at me next time. My tweet went viral. I know that my tweet is the one that he's referring to. I literally got subtweeted by David Hogg. Second of all, David Hogg, you have my glasses. I am challenging you to an arm wrestling match. Winner gets to keep these glasses and wear them. You guys think I'm joking? I'm not. He literally has the exact same glasses as me. They're from the same place. I know they are. I don't appreciate that David Hogg has the same glasses as me. I had them first. Yeah, Calvin in the YouTube chat said, guys, we should ban this thing. Turns around, haha, what an idiot. He wants to ban TikTok. Yeah, it is clearly not, it's clearly not, it doesn't make any sense. So he put out a clarifying tweet. I guess I'll snip that so people, so people watching back can reference it without me just reading it. These are his clarifying tweets, and I want your guys' honest opinion on whether or not these tweets clarify anything that he said. Because to me, this does not clarify what he said at all, and does not explain his position at all, or at least any more than what was already said. Pull these up. So David Hogg put out clarifying tweets saying, to the conservatives that keep posting the screenshots of me seemingly going back and forth on TikTok, let me clarify. I do think TikTok is a national security threat. Plus, it's extremely problematic. Extremely. E-X-T-R-E-A-M-L-Y. Okay. Extremely problematic. If it's racism and the denial of genocide of Uyghur Muslims. However, I doubt that Donald Trump's motive on banning the app was national security related, considering he didn't even know what the nuclear triad was during his campaign. I have a feeling it had a lot more to do with the teenagers effing up his Tulsa rally. Yeah, okay. Overall, though I do feel that it's a better idea to ban the app for now and review once the proper security protocols are put in place, it's not Chinese owned, so the app no longer denies the genocide of Uyghur Muslims by the Chinese government and address its racist algorithms. So essentially, David Hogg is saying, well, I do agree it's a national security threat, but that's probably not why Trump did it. And if it was, I mean, I would agree with him, but it doesn't matter because it's Trump. So you're literally just proving the point of my tweet. You did not clarify that at all. You can't, no. That you didn't prove anything. You didn't refute anything. It's just so, and for him to say Trump didn't even know what the nuclear triad is, while spelling extremely E-X-T-R-E-A-M-L-Y. The irony is lost. I just don't know. I quote tweeted him on Twitter. I said, I'm not a conservative, and at me ho. He's clearly tweeting about me. That's me. The conservatives, Ben Shapiro retweeted me. Like, the conservatives were passing around my tweet. I'm not a conservative. Did you see my profile picture? I'm in a spandex bodysuit. What part of that screams conservative to you, David? I'm serious about that arm wrestling match, though. I want my glasses. These are mine. You cannot have them. I don't like it. I will not have commie glasses. I'll have to get some new ones so we don't match. Someone said that's such a feminine way of thinking. Yeah, it really is. It doesn't make any sense. Like, David Hogg is also the person who tweeted May 31st of this year and said, police have set America on fire, but he wants to disarm citizens. These people are anti-police. They don't like police, but they want to disarm citizens. Who do you think is going to be going door to door disarming citizens in this magical world that you think is going to happen? Whose job do you think that will be? I'll give you a hint. Blue. You ringing any bells? Maybe the police, the arm of the state, are going to be going door. How are you going to do that without police, David? It's just a question. The FBI and the ATF. I mean, those are police. Those are just higher up police. Those are glorified police. That's all those people are. But, you know, it's just like when they said they're going to defund the police but replace them with their woke police. It's like you don't want to defund the police. You just want your police. Just like they don't dislike authoritarianism. They dislike authoritarianism that doesn't agree with them. Notice David didn't say in his tweets about the Muslims in China, he didn't say, I don't support that because it's evil, it's authoritarian, it's whatever. He said he doesn't support it because it's racist and they're Muslim. It's not even about the authoritarianism. It's about the authoritarianism that they don't particularly like. This is what people that support the state don't understand. You don't get to pick what gets enforced and what doesn't. Once you give the government that power, you don't get to say, hey, wait a minute. Yeah, I mean, I know that we were really scared after 9/11, but like this Patriot Act thing and these secret FISA courts, I don't like these. The government doesn't give a shit. They're doing it anyway. They don't care. Because you cared more about some crazy ideal that you had. And this trope is so overplayed, but they call Trump authoritarian. They say he's a white nationalist, whatever. And then they're like, yeah, we want our guns taken away. So Trump is evil, but you don't want anybody to be able to defend themselves against him or anyone else? Okay. Alrighty. Gabriel in the YouTube chat, they don't want equality, they just don't want to be the ones being repressed. Yeah, it's not that these people don't want to eliminate oppression. These people want to eliminate oppression, perceived or otherwise, against them. Then they want to oppress you. It's not a battle of oppression these people are fighting. It's a battle of oppression against perceived groups suffering from it. And they want retribution, one way or another. That's what it's about. It's very obvious that that's what it's about. This isn't like some conspiracy theory. You can go look on a bunch of mainstream websites, mainstream news articles. It's not about eliminating oppression and being equal. It's about flipping it on its head, allegedly. They're not flipping anything. They think they are. Scott in the YouTube chat, same as when conservatives fly a thin blue line and don't tread on me flag. Like, what? Yeah, I know. Warren in YouTube said, it's amazing they want everything locked down from a national level, and then they blame the economy on the guy who isn't doing everything they want. Yep. That's all it's about. That's all it is. I mean, these are just basic hypocrisy things. I just thought I'd talk about David because it was hilarious that that tweet blew up so much over on Twitter. I also got called the political... I got called the Belle Delphine of the political world. I don't know where my money is, but apparently that's what I am. Death on YouTube said, you don't look 12. I don't know, some old lady came up to me at the grocery store the other day and told me that I looked cute. So, I don't really know what that means. When old ladies stop coming up to me, I'll worry that I'm looking a little old. Martin on Periscope, you gotta start selling bathwater if you want to get rich as Negro. Yeah, that's probably never gonna happen then, because I'm not doing that. Hey Charles, what's up? We have 40 people watching? Whoa, thanks for hanging out, guys. Y'all really wanted to hear me shit talk Tommy, huh? Yeah, I don't know. It's very, very tiresome. It's very annoying. I hate, I just really don't like disingenuous people. That's all. I just really don't. I don't hold back even when I probably should. But, Emily, did I miss your talk about Tommy Loren? Yeah, I talked about her at the very beginning of the stream, though. So if you want to come back and watch it, all my streams will be up after the fact. And I did talk about it probably like 10 or 15 minutes into the stream. I started talking about Tommy, so... Tommy Loren is a conservative talking head, female talking head. Yeah, she's a young Megyn Kelly. That's a good way to describe her. That's fair. Don't be simping for Megyn Kelly in my chat, guys. What? That was husband popping his head in. Warren on YouTube, do you and your husband agree politically? Yeah, we have the same core values. He wouldn't ever call himself a libertarian. I think he'd rather shoot himself in the head. Is that accurate?
Stay hydrated, King.
Stay hydrated. He's drinking a glass of water. Stay hydrated, kings. Yeah, we agree politically. He's not libertarian though. Or at least
Pinochet did nothing wrong.
What?
Pinochet did nothing wrong.
Thank you. Yeah, we agree politically. I think that's very important. There are people that would tell you that you don't need to agree with the person that you're dating and the person you're married to politically. I think those people are idiots. Because at least if you're planning to have children with someone, good luck. If you're not having kids, sure, I guess it's less important. I still would not recommend it. Are there anything that we disagree on? I don't think so now. Maybe when we first started dating. For context, my husband and I are 26. We'll both be 27 in a couple months. We're 28 days apart in age. We started dating when we were 18. We got married last year. So our opinions have formulated over the years and changed. I think there maybe used to be things that we disagreed on, but not anymore. We pretty much have, I honestly cannot think of anything. Nothing core value wise. Nicholas said, my GF is kind of just apolitical or against corruption because of where she's from, very open to my ideas, seeks advice, I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, but there's a difference between being apolitical and being political and disagreeing. I would say that I was definitely apolitical. I need to make a video just generally describing my political journey for people to watch, I think. I would definitely describe myself as apolitical and probably more centrist, so by default a little bit more leftist, just like baseline when I wasn't informed about anything. Maybe when we first started dating when we were 18, but we agree on, I can't think of anything we disagree on. Elitis in YouTube chat said, having equal respect for all opinions is childish. I agree. I don't respect all opinions. I think a lot of opinions are trash, and I will tell you if I think your opinion is trash. Spartacus, does he think taxation is theft? Yes. Because it is. Fernando, wait, are you saying he's a Hoppian ANCAP? No, he's not Hoppian. Not yet, at least. He's going to read Democracy, the God That Failed soon, though, which I'm excited about. So I gave him my copy. He's going to check that out. We'll report back. But he still wouldn't classify himself as a libertarian. At all. Which I don't blame him. Here's the thing. I don't like to call myself libertarian either. I refer to myself as an anarcho-capitalist because I am. But I refuse to cede the term libertarian to live and let live degenerate idiots. I'm taking it back. That's my goal. So, we'll see how it goes. My husband, on the other hand, thinks libertarians in general are idiots, which, especially on Twitter, can't say I disagree with him, and therefore doesn't want to be associated with the term libertarian, so he's not libertarian. I have not seen Dave Smith's episode about Hoppa. That was mentioned earlier. I will watch it tomorrow while I'm at work. And Spartacus on YouTube. Mind if I ask what you refuse to let live? I don't refuse to let things live. I refuse to not say when things are wrong and immoral because I'm a libertarian. Libertarianism isn't automatically leftist social preferences. I don't have leftist social preferences. To say that it is automatically leftist social preferences tells me a lot about who you are, and it's none of it good. So I don't think there's anything in libertarianism saying that you can't judge someone based on their lifestyle. It's not violence for me to say, hey, this lifestyle is preferable over this other lifestyle. And I'll say it. And I do say it quite often on Twitter. So that's what I mean by live and let live. Because the live and let live types tend to screech when you critique any lifestyle. You don't advocate force, nothing like that. You just say, I don't think that lifestyle is acceptable, and they get really pissed off. And that's a bad sign, in my opinion. We have to be able to condemn lifestyles. That's what I mean by that. Warren on YouTube, do you pay attention to Curtis Yarvin? You mean Moldbug? Yeah. A friend recently just introduced me to his stuff. I have to admit I haven't read a lot of his work, but I'm familiar with his theory of the cathedral and that sort of thing, vis-a-vis Michael Malice on Twitter. And so I plan to look into his stuff a little more. He seems like an interesting guy, unfortunately, and I know I'm the last person that should be talking about people saying and like, but every interview I've seen with him, he says like every other word. I know I just said like every other word, so I'm being annoying as well. But his interviews are very hard to watch. He seems like an intelligent guy in general, but I'm going to have to read his stuff, not watch his interviews. But he's been making his rounds in libertarian circles, I've seen, so I am a little familiar with his stuff, but not enough to comment on it. Gabriel, but they're not doing it to you, so you can't have opinions on that, is the most annoying take. Yeah, it's to say that you can't have an opinion on something because it's not affecting you is the dumbest thing that I ever see libertarians say, and it's always these live and let live types. I could make an entire video on how stupid that is and how annoying that is. Yingli, I stopped calling myself libertarian after the guy stripped naked on stage at a libertarian conference. Oh, you mean the Libertarian Party National Convention? I don't associate with the Libertarian Party. I don't enjoy the Libertarian Party. I don't support the Libertarian Party. And I have an entire clip from a live stream on this YouTube channel about why I don't support the Libertarian Party. So if you're curious, I have a video, and I believe it's just titled, Why I Don't Support the Libertarian Party. Second Street Marvel in the chat. What's up? Thanks for popping by. I am popping off of here in a few minutes, but I appreciate you stopping by as always. Warren, the Free Man podcast he was just on is excellent compared to most. If you follow him, you'll pick up on a lot. Cool. Maybe I'll check that out. New Gojira song came out. Nice. I'll have to check that out. I can't play it on stream or I'll get copyrighted, but I'll have to check that out. Second Street Marvel, you're welcome. Always enjoy your streams. Thanks. Appreciate it. We were a little heated tonight, but when am I not? So. RC Scott, have to dip out. Wish me luck for tomorrow. Good luck, man. Thinking about you. Hope everything works out okay. I don't know what you're going through, but it'll work out. Thanks for stopping by as always. I really appreciate everybody's support that stops by. Scott, New Gojira, know what I'm doing after this. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. Oh, what did Hannah? I saw Hannah said something. Hannah said, the more I watch your streams, the more I'm convinced we live very similar lives. We do. We talk. You know it. It's a shame we don't live closer. Neil, I'll be reading some Haba after dipping. Nice, nice. Ed's dipping out. Yeah, if you guys could give the stream a thumbs up, it's always appreciated. I haven't had 40 people watching, I don't think, in a while, so I appreciate everybody for stopping by, listening to my rants about various things. I do, for those of you who don't know, I do stream usually every Thursday evening around the time that I started streaming tonight, which is usually sometime between 7 and 8 p.m. Central Time. I'll start streaming, and I stream pretty consistently Thursday nights. I've been trying to get back to it. So if you enjoyed tonight, we always talk about different topics. Sometimes we just chill out and do a Q&A, talk about 80s music. That's what we talked about last stream. So thank you everybody for stopping by. I have, in the last 28 days, gained 122 subscribers, so thank you guys for watching my videos. My views are up like 80% too. I really appreciate that, and thank you guys for continuing to share my stuff, listening to my crazy rants. I do have a couple ideas for new videos out on the channel. The last thing I uploaded was my cosplay question and answer, so if you're watching this and you're like, what the hell is cosplay? I don't understand. I have like an almost 20-minute video on my channel right now about cosplay, how I got into it, the history of it, behind it, and stuff like that. So you guys can check that out too. Otherwise, I'm going to dip out too and probably go watch One Piece. So I will see you guys next Thursday or whenever I upload my next video, or I'll see you guys over on Twitter. Again, thank you for stopping by, and everybody have a really good night. And I will see you next week.